Our focus this morning is on lockdown 4.0. The centre has officially extended the nationwide lockdown for 2 more weeks. That's until May 31st. But there are significant relaxations to keep in mind. While the government has now opened up red zones to economic activities, containment zones will continue to remain out of bounds to all non-essential activities and movement. The night curfew will remain in effect, which means that all non-essential travel will remain prohibited between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. The ban on flights and metro services will also remain in place till May 31st. Standalone shops outside of malls and outside of containment zones can open. The centre has also allowed stadiums to open, but without any spectators. Home delivery from all restaurants is also permitted. So the MHA has issued an order on really exactly what you can expect on lockdown 4.0, but it really comes down to the state governments, which will come out with an announcement on relaxations. They've been given the permission to decide on containment zones as well as interstate movement of people. The Delhi government will decide today on concessions that can be given in accordance to the MHA order. Till the time the order is issued, the current arrangement, as was in lockdown 3.0, that will continue in the capital. In Gujarat, Chief Minister Vijay Rupani has announced that the MHA order will be implemented across the state. Meanwhile, Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa will hold a meeting of ministers and senior officers at 11 a.m. to discuss lockdown 4.0 restrictions. The Telangana cabinet will meet this evening at 5 p.m. to decide the further strategy to be implemented by the state government.
આવતીકાલે બધા કલેક્ટર, મ્યુનિસિપલ કમિશનરો, ડીડીઓ બધા સાથે બેસીને પોતપોતાના વિસ્તારના કન્ટેનમેન્ટ ઝોન એ રાજ્ય સરકારમાં સુપ્રત કરશે અને રાજ્ય સરકાર એને આવતીકાલે ફાઇનલાઇઝ કરશે. આ નોટિફિકેશનનો અમલ એ પરમ દિવસથી શરૂ કરીએ છીએ. આવતીકાલે બધા એના નિયમો અને એની એસઓપી જાહેર કરવામાં આવશે અને અમલ એ મંગળવારે સવારથી કરવામાં આવશે.
So what can you expect in your city come today? Is there going to be any difference really in the curbs, or is there any relaxations that you have to keep in mind? Taking this across to all our reporters this morning, Anisha Mathur is getting us the latest from Delhi. We have Tanushree Pandey joining us live from Mumbai. Nolan Pinto joining us with all the latest from Bengaluru. We have Shalini Lobo from Chennai. Manogya Loiwal getting us the latest updates from Kolkata. Hemendra Sharma from Bhopal. And finally Manjeet from Chandigarh. All our reporters will be getting us what exactly you can expect in their respective cities. Anisha, to you first. Good morning. So far, the communication that's come in from Arvind Kejriwal is that there is going to be a complete following of the MHA order. So are we expecting exactly the same order to be replicated in Delhi, and that, we can see relaxations in the capital except in containment zones?
Well, Akshita, that is the big question that we are waiting for a update from the Delhi government on. Remember, yesterday, Arvind Kejriwal, after the MHA guidelines came out, said that the lockdown guidelines issued by the centre are largely in line with what the Delhi government had proposed. But for Delhiites, the big question is going to be, are the Delhi borders going to be unsealed? Because remember, NCT of Delhi, that also includes Noida, Ghaziabad, Faridabad and Gurgaon, and a large number of people who want to go back to work, particularly since the government has said open up all economic activity. The question is going to be, how exactly is that going to be managed? Can we cross the border and go to the offices? Will the DTC buses reopen? Will the cab services reopen? What is going to happen to the markets? Because all of this is something that the Delhi government on Friday, when they had given their suggestions to the centre, had talked about. The Delhi government wanted markets to reopen on a staggered basis. The Delhi government wanted cab services, DTC buses, etc. to reopen. But with the MHA now saying that it is for the state governments to look at what they want to do, and even interstate movement of vehicles can be permitted if both state governments agree. It is for the Delhi, UP and Haryana governments to work out modalities in their own time. But yes, Delhi would most likely see a large number of relaxations, but we'll have to wait for the Delhi government order. Most importantly also because Delhi is seeing a continuous spike in cases. We saw more than 430 cases coming up corona positive cases. Just yesterday, Delhi is now at more than 9,300 cases in total. But being the capital city, the government does want the economy to reopen.
Okay, let me take this across to Tanushree Pandey. Tanushree, the announcement that came in from the state government in Maharashtra is that the lockdown will continue across the state till May 31st. They've also kept in mind that in 7 municipal areas in the state, there will be very, very strict lockdown measures, and that includes the city of Mumbai. So for all the Mumbaikars who are watching this, just tell us, is there going to be any change really on the ground from yesterday and today?
Well, Akshita, if we talk about Maharashtra, only yesterday it recorded the biggest single-day spike with at least 2,347 cases coming to the fore, and out of which 1,600 fresh cases were reported from Mumbai alone. So yes, the situation is pretty bad, and if we talk about Mumbai city, it has emerged as the global hotspot. So expect the city of Mumbai to not get as many restrictions in lockdown 4.0, and also expect Uddhav Thackeray to take a presser today. But at least in the financial capital, Akshita, because since it's a red zone and the cases are doubling up with each passing day, so let's expect that not much relaxation is going to be provided, at least to the Mumbaikars, because the city, most of the industries which make the city what it is, the restaurants, the hotels, the film industry, the artists, they are only going to have to wait, Akshita, because their industry is not going to open up anytime soon. But apart from that, if we talk about the standalone shops, those will be given permission by the states to open up. But only if we talk about Mumbai, the situation is not going to change on the ground as far as the lockdown is concerned, because it's the biggest COVID red zone and the hotspot in the state of Maharashtra. And not many relaxation can be given if we talk about the financial city of Mumbai. So once things will be clear, once Uddhav Thackeray takes a presser or address the people of Maharashtra. But right now, what it looks like, at least seeing the ground situation, is that Mumbai, the financial capital of India, is not going to see as many relaxations in lockdown 4.0.
Okay, so in Mumbai, the curbs are going to be in place. What's the situation in Bengaluru, where in the last 1 week, there's been a lot of talk about some of the curbs being eased? Nolan Pinto is joining us live from the city. Nolan, good morning. Are gyms, golf courses going to be open from today? And what about salons and restaurants?
Well, good morning, Akshita. In fact, this is what the Chief Minister wanted. He wanted hotels, gyms, golf courses to open. But after the guidelines came about last night, the Chief Minister, along with his cabinet and the COVID-19 task force, will have a very important meeting at 11 o'clock. They will take a decision on what really needs to be open and what really needs to be closed, what will be the relaxation to be followed in the state of Karnataka. But Akshita, we must remember, last week itself, the state government had requested and asked industrialists to open their industries with 100% of their employees. Karnataka wants the relaxations and most of the guidelines are in line with what the state government wanted. So one can actually expect a lot of relaxations when it comes to buses, public transport, inter-district transport, city transport, because BMTC, that's the Bengaluru Metropolitan Transport Corporation, has already asked its employees to be ready. They're only waiting for directions from the state government. So a large number of relaxations can be seen, but status quo till tomorrow night, until the state government comes out with its own set of guidelines.
So till tomorrow night, the situation is going to be as is, and perhaps after that, we'll know exactly what the Karnataka government is thinking. A lot of leeway that's been given this time around to the states. Shalini Lobo is joining us live from Chennai for the latest update from the city. Shalini, the numbers in Chennai have been very worrying in the last 2 weeks or so, and that's why perhaps the Tamil Nadu government has announced that in Chennai the curbs are going to remain. Has there been any sort of announcement from the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister on exactly what kind of curbs we're talking about in the city till 31st?
Well, Akshita, the cases in Tamil Nadu are increasing with a worrying spike every single day. Even yesterday, the state of Tamil Nadu recorded around 558 cases in the state. Majority of the cases from, of course, the state capital, Chennai, as is the trend that has been coming in until now. There were also a huge spike in cases of people coming in from outside Maharashtra. People coming in from Maharashtra recorded 73 cases at the borders. Now, what the Tamil Nadu government has announced is that in 12 worst affected affected districts, including the state capital, there will be no relaxation. Life continues as it is, which is your essentials are open from 6 in the morning till 6 in the evening, petrol pump services from 6 in the morning to 6 in the evening, and standalone shops will run without air conditioner as from 11:30 a.m. till around 5 or 6 p.m. Of course, no crowding, social distancing to be maintained, everyone to wear masks, regular disinfection work happening. Those violating, they will be asked to shut shop. They have also listed out 25 districts which are coping very well under the pandemic, including Coimbatore, Salem and the like. Now in these districts, there are relaxations which will be observed. That is, you don't need an e-pass to move around the district anymore. However, to move inter-district, you will still need an e-pass. The MNREGA, which is the Rural Employment Guarantee Act scheme, will function at 100% workforce. Those having industries and employ more than 100 people, they will function with 50% workforce. Those having industries and employ less than 100 people, they will function with 100% workforce.
Okay.
But the government has maintained school and other educational institutions will remain shut. Gyms, clubs, bars, pubs, auditoriums will remain shut. And for marriages and funerals, as the rules exist right now, they will continue.
Going by what you're saying, Shalini, not much of a difference really.
See any relaxations.
Yes, not much of a difference from lockdown 3.2 to 4.2. Manogya Loiwal joining us with the latest updates from Kolkata. Manogya, criticism that the state government has really faced in the last 1 month or so is that there hasn't been a strict enforcement of the lockdown in Kolkata. Is that going to change in lockdown 4.0 or are there going to be further relaxations at a time when we've not really seen a very successful lockdown in the city?
Well, all eyes are on the briefing that is expected late in the afternoon today after a series of meetings that will be taking place at Nabanno with Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee taking a stock of the present situation. We also given to understand that it's not the first time that there have been the centre and the state have been at loggerheads on state being given more power. This time, of course, with the state governments having a decision-making power on what would be the next plan of action on identification of zones also. And with the containment zone and the buffer zone being the next addition in the entire list of MHA, this would be interesting to watch because there are a lot of zones, including Kolkata, which is a red zone. Most of the areas are also containment zone, which have been changing colors between red to orange, but only on specification as far as Havda and surrounding districts are also concerned. Since Kolkata is the headquarter of the entire state and houses the maximum number of business installations of the state, this would be very crucial to open up. What would be the government plan of action? They had agreed that at least all the offices which want to operate can operate with a 25 to 30% of basic minimum number of attendants in the office, ensuring social distancing and masks that every employee wears. The challenge would now be on whether the official communication, that is mode of communication and commuting across the city would be allowed or not. Till now, only selective buses have been allowed on various routes. Metro hasn't been operational, the water route is not operational, and several other parts and bits of even the app cabs, that means Ola, Uber, have been allowed only with a restricted number of passengers. But this would be the next challenge on how to open up the markets, in what ways and how much also.
Okay, we'll watch out for that briefing later today, Manogya. Also, we've got Hemender joining us live from Bhopal. Hemender, in the state of Madhya Pradesh, two cities, the situation is very worrying. One in the city that you're in, Bhopal, and the other is Indore. So just tell us really what are the kind of curbs in these two cities. Are we expecting a briefing today or tomorrow from the Chief Minister to really break down what the state strategy is?
Well, the Madhya Pradesh cabinet is meeting later during the day today, and they would decide upon the modalities of the restriction, the relief that has been given by the union government. The way they have asked what to open, what not to open, the modalities would be decided, and that would happen only for green and orange zone districts. As far as red zone is concerned, there is going to be no let-up. The lockdown is going to continue as it was continuing in lockdown 3, and in fact, as you can see behind me, the police is active. No one anyone who's carrying an e-pass is being allowed to move. So as far as the red zones are concerned, the 3 districts, not just Bhopal and Indore, but also Ujjain is part of the red zone. So these 3 districts, there is going to be no relaxation as such. But the district collectors of these 3 districts have divided these districts into 6 zones. And amongst these 6 zones, the district collectors would decide when particular zone would be allowed to open, particular activity would be allowed to operate in that particular zone. And this includes private offices as well as government offices. The government has given specific directions that in private and government offices, only 33% of the staff would be allowed to come. And also malls, schools, colleges, they remain closed. And the government is going to decide as and when this relaxation is going to be implemented within the red zones and outside the red zone in red districts.
What seems to be common in all cities and both states is that educational institutions are shut, malls are shut, and that is something that every state government has agreed with on the MHA order. Also, we're going across to Manjeet Sehgal. He's joining us live from Chandigarh. Manjeet, Punjab was one of the few states which had said that the lockdown must be extended till May 31st with the existing curbs. Now that the government, the centre, has given a lot of power, a lot of leeway to states to decide to what extent the lockdown will happen, are we expecting a full lockdown as 3.0 was in lockdown 4.0 also in Punjab?
Morning, Akshita. Well, Punjab is the first state which had already extended the lockdown till 31st of May. Punjab Chief Minister Captain Amarinder Singh has asked the Deputy Commissioner to restructure all the zones and to also to create the buffer zones beside the containment zones. So Deputy Commissioners will be deciding within a couple of days. And besides this, Punjab has lifted the curfew from today onwards. However, there will be strict enforcement of lockdown from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And in green zones, Akshita, all the business establishments, including the saloons and barber shops, have been thrown open. Restaurants have also been opened, but there are some restrictions to maintain the social distancing. As far as the buses are concerned, buses have also been allowed throughout the state except the containment zones to ply within the districts. In the neighboring Haryana also, buses have been allowed in 10 districts, but more details will be clear after the meetings are over later in the afternoon. And in neighboring Himachal Pradesh, buses will not be plying, and many restrictions have been lifted. But the biggest question is this: all these states have yet to decide interstate movement of the public service buses. Remember, thousands of people are still stranded at various places and they want to go back to their homes. So these states have now yet to decide the interstate movement of state transport buses.
So later today, essentially every state government is going to come out with their respective briefing on what really to expect on May 31st. But I'd like to thank all the reporters for getting us a very comprehensive sense of what the situation is as of today in these cities. So Anisha, Tanushree, Nolan, Shalini, Manogya, Manjeet as well as Hemendra, thank you for joining us.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.